Hi everybody, I'm here to do another game review. And the game review I'm gonna do is long overdue. The game came out October 2nd. And it's Resident Evil 6. If you can see that. Resident Evil 6. I absolutely love this game. To be honest with you, I've only played two Resident Evil games and it's 6 and 5. The only reason why I got interested in 5 was because my boyfriend wanted me to get it and we played it together on co-op, and I actually liked the game when I played with somebody because I really don't like scary games like that, but I like this one. But basically, it's the same thing as Resident Evil 5, but they have a different one. They have a different virus. They had Ouroboros on 5, and this one is the C virus, and the mutations are very different. Like they still have the same, they still have the same type of effects, but they're still different. What I noticed, they have a chainsaw dude, but you only meet him in two of the campaigns, and that's Ada's and Jake and Sherry's. You don't meet him in Chris's or Leon's. And he is aggravating. I just couldn't stand him. He just got on my nerves. I got killed one time by him, but that was in Ada's because I didn't know how to get away from him on the bus. But anyway, uh, let's see what else. The monsters. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I feel like Resident Evil 6 is not as scary as Resident Evil 5. Like, cause I'm gonna be honest with you right now, I can't go play Resident Evil 5 right now, cause I have another PS3, cause the first one broke, and the first one had the memory of Resident Evil 5, and that's when I had the unlimited ammo and that one hit kill. I would play by myself when I had that, but I don't have that no more, so I'm not about to play it by myself. But this Resident Evil 6, I could play it by myself. Like when I first got it, I'm sorry I get distracted. The first time when I had got this game, I was scared to play by myself. My boyfriend and his friend played it with me. They played Leon with me, and we beat Leon together. And then we played Chris and Pierce together, and we beat all the way. Me and him beat it all the way to the part where you meet them I don't know the name of them, but they blue and they like you shoot them and they like get cut in half or whatever, and they'll come back after you kill them. No, I had to play that part all by myself, and then I played Drake. I said Drake. I'm sorry, Jake and Sherry's, and then I beat that by myself, and then I played Ada's and beat that by myself. So I actually really like the game. Let's see, you have four campaigns. Like I said, you have Leon and Helena. You have Chris and Pierce. You have Jake and Sherry, and you have Ada. Okay. They can't be played with two players except Ada's because Ada is just one player. I'm not really gonna get into the story mode of it, I guess, because everybody done played it. I give it a 10 because I absolutely love the game. Uh, my favorite characters of the game, to be honest with you, my main one is Jake. Not, I'm sorry, Drake. I mean Jake. I said it right the first time. I'm sorry. I like Jake. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Don't he remind y'all of Dante off of Devil May Cry? I'm trying to think of somebody else who he remind me of. A little bit of Inuyasha. A little bit. And who else he may remind me of? I'm trying to think. There was somebody else I said, but I can't really think of their name. But yeah, I really like his attitude. He can fight. I like the way that he fights. Um, he kind of reminds me of Kawaring a little bit. Like their attitudes, how they act, like Kawaring off of Tekken. But yeah, he was my favorite. And then Pierce became my favorite at the end because how he sacrificed himself. I felt so bad for him. Okay, but those are my favorite characters. I like the Ada too, but I just didn't like how it was just one person. It was just her. You just played as her. You didn't have nobody else with you. But for Leon's campaign, you just have Leon and Helena, just them two. Chris, you have Chris and Pierce, and then you have four other little soldiers that are there with you, and they help. But throughout the game they die. I hated that. I didn't like that they kept dying. Um, Jake is just you and Jake. They do get points in the game where it'll be like four people there with you because they're at one point after the plane crash. Jake, Helena, and Leon and Sherry meet up, and then that's when they have to fight that I forgot his name. I used Stank Knock or whatever his name was. The the zombie that was gonna go after that was going after to capture Jake. I think he was supposed to kill him or whatever he was supposed to do. And that's when they fighting them together. I'm trying to think any other times when you do it. I don't think. Yeah, I think the other time is when Chris and Pierce and Jake and Sherry when they're fighting those two big zombies. They have the little thing that be in their back. Let me see what else. Uh, Leon and Helena meet up. Like they come across Ada and you fight with her. Like she fights with you. Like during a part where you have to fight Helena's sister. See the boss. Okay, anyway, the I guess boss. Not really boss. I guess just new creatures that you meet. Like since I was planning to play the game with myself and I played with my boyfriend, we was in the beginning with Leon and Helena, and the dude, they call him the Screecher. We didn't know what he was gonna do. So, we like going through the hallways and stuff, and then he disappears. But he went through a door. All of a sudden, he like opens up the door and he starts chasing us. But we took off because I was scared because I didn't want to touch me because how Resident Evil be having those instant kills. I was running, and then he ran past me, and then he stopped, and I was like, why did he stop? Cause I thought he was gonna get me. And then he turned back around, and all he did was scream at me, and then he ran, and I was like, what the hell? Why he did that? I really didn't understand it till like after a while when we figured out how to kill him, and then I started figuring out that when he would scream, more of the zombies would come, and then I figured out that you have to shoot the swollen thing and like shoot his neck when it's swollen up, and they'll kill him or whatever. But you still gotta get away from him before when he dies, because he'll scream and then he'll hurt you. Then when he screams, the other one I call it titty monster. I don't know why it has holes. It's not titties, but I call it titty monster. And it like shoots the infection out. I call it a titty thing. It get on my nerves, but I call it titty thing because I can call it a titty thing. It licks titties all over his body. It was alright. It wasn't really that aggravating. The fat dude was aggravating. When me and my boyfriend first fought him, I did not know how to fight that dude because I was not paying attention to like little captions that Resident Evil would show before you actually play the game or when they actually before they show the cutscenes. So I didn't know how to kill that dude. Ooh, kept dying. But then I found out you just shoot him in the legs and you good. He'll fall over and die. Let's see. What other characters? Other ones I didn't. I cannot stand the ones I said that you shouldn't have. I cannot stand them because they kept coming alive and they got on my nerves. They just made my nerves bad. I could not stand fighting them. My boyfriend, he's not. My boyfriend is more of a like playing. He's more of a person to play Madden and in the NFL and 2K13. He's more to play the sports like that. So he's not used to the zombie game. And he got on my nerves when he was playing it because I really am a gamer. I'm the type of person to get mad. If you be messing up, you be trying to correct me when I be doing stuff, but you be messing up. Yeah. But I loved him because he played it with me. And we beat the game. And then his friend played it with me and we beat it. We beat. Well, my boyfriend played with me halfway through Leon's, and then his friend played with me to beat Leon's. Chris, I didn't. To be honest with you, I didn't play Chris all the way because I played it halfway through. I played it probably like a good 25% through, and then I had to go somewhere, and my boyfriend and his friend played it all the way to the part with the monsters that always become back alive, and then that's when I had to go home and beat it. Jake's, I like the Jake's. I I just didn't want to fight that big dude. That's all. That's the only part I didn't like about Jake's is that big dude. Oh, he got on. Ooh, couldn't stand that dude. He got on my nerves. Especially the part when you had to sneak around. Like you had to sneak around the ice part, like where he was to get the key. I didn't like that. I don't like being sneaky. I don't like sneaking around because I don't like. I just don't like it. I just don't like to because then I get scared. Because when he came running, ooh, you had to find a place to hide. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. But yeah, Ada's Ada's was pretty good. can't remember much of it. It was pretty good, but I like how hers was like the majority of the stuff she was stealthy the majority of the time, so that's what I really like because you didn't get really involved with a lot of stuff when it came to hers. So, except that chainsaw dude, ooh, like he he was like he was really aggravating. Like you just couldn't just shoot him like that because like he'll still keep coming at you even if you shoot him in the head. He'll stumble back, then he'll come walking right back up on you. I'd be like, no. He was so aggravating. No matter what they did, a train hit him, he still come back to life. He gets shot, he come back to life. The only thing that killed him was the propellers. I was like, really? So he really did get on my nerves. I did not like him. And in the game they have two Adas. The real one is the one with the uh the red jacket and the black leather pants, and then the fake one's the one with the dress, and the fake one is named Carla. I think her name is Radamaze. Her last name Radamaze. And come to find out, Simmons, who was the person who created the C virus, was in love with Ada. So I don't know what made him make another Ada, but he made that Ada, and he was gonna be in love with that one, but that one kind of turned up against him and gave him the virus. I'm sorry, I keep looking down. I keep messing with something. He turned her. I mean, she became the virus, but then she had gave him the virus, and then he becomes an enemy that you most definitely have to beat and kill in the game, in Leon's campaign. But yeah, like I said, I give this game a 10. I absolutely love the game. I can't wait for the next one to come out because I most certainly play it. I will most certainly pre-order it like I pre-ordered this one. And yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.